I definitely have a style. And if you hire me, you're going to get a style. And either you like it or you don't. And I know that because I've had people tell me, I don't like what you do. And I'm like, okay, don't hire me. It's fine. Like it's what I do. I really like the theater. The entire audience had the same experience. And you cannot do that with the traditional sound of a Broadway show, which is the amplification diminishes as you're getting back because you're trying to really make it about, it sounds that it's coming right from that person. It sounds just like them, but it's not highly amplified. It's just, we're just getting it enough to get it to the back row. Whereas my approach has always been, I want it to sound like that person all the way to the back row. And if they're a bass, I want you to hear the lowest note to the highest note all the way to the back row. So it requires a lot of PA to do it. So my approach is generally not cheap, which I understand. I like a three-way system. I like infrasub to subwoofer to tops. So if I can run a show down to 20 hertz to 20K, I will do it. And like my dream is to do like something hip hop that I can really like get the thump going. I cannot stand compression for the sake of compression. So my style is generally very dynamic. So it can go from 70 to 100 in a split second, which requires a lot of trust in the musicians, the performers, and my engineers. I'm like, let the orchestra shine. We've already heard the words. We know what they're saying. So let's let it rock. And so generally by the time we get to the dance break, the bridge, you're going to be like, yeah, this rocks. It doesn't work for everything, and I don't beat that on everything. If I'm doing a classical piece, it doesn't make sense to go there. But the fullness of it is like a rule that I stand by. Like I feel like because we are in our homes and we hear everything so well right now, and our in-ears and everything sound amazing. If I can do that in a theater, I'm gonna do it, even if it's Sondheim or Bernstein. Like it's gonna be. I want you to have an experience. Like I want you to feel the cello. Because if you're standing 6 feet from the cello, I do feel the cello. And just because the audience is 100 feet away, well, the systems can do it now, and we know how to do it. So why not give it to them? Why not give them that experience where they're like, as one of my musicians said the other day, she's like, I subbed out of the pit the other day, and I was sitting in the back of the house, and she's like, there's nowhere to hide. I can hear every instrument. And I'm like, yeah, there's 18 in the pit. And she's like, well, yeah, but I mean, I hear all the saxes. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's how it should be, because that's how the conductor's experiencing it, so I want the audience to experience the same show. One of the best practices I have is not EQing the microphone, but finding the place for it. I would prefer to solve it acoustically and with physics than electronically. So I will spend a lot of time moving microphones around the musicians and around the cast. And you're putting a lavalier, dot. Well, you think, well, it's just on the floor, it'll be fine. And one of my friends calls it the Vulcan touch. And if I'll hear it, I'm like, boy, that guy's head's really resonating. Like, wow, he's really got something up there. So like his sinus cavities really resonate. So I will have them sing and just put my hands on their head and be like, okay, right there. And like move the mic there. And they're like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why you got your hands on my face? Move the mic 2 inches, and then we don't have to EQ it. On Broadway, on Aladdin can be wearing 3 microphones at a time to deal with a turban. And anytime he puts a hat on, we hide a mic in it because, it's going to get covered. And we know that once he puts it on, it's going to affect the mic that he's currently wearing. So why not put a mic exactly where we need it and build it into each hat? So I approach it. It takes a while because directors are like, they want instant sound. And I'm like, give me a week. And then, you do find out, okay, when they're in this chorus situation, we do need some compression on the chorus group to help balance, because someone's doing a backflip while someone's doing this, and she's singing the high C, and I really need that. So, here's how we're going to fix that, because my engineer can't be touching 120. But like I said, that's a tool at that point, and then I use it as a tool to solve that problem. But to just go in and be like, we're going to crush the showdown so it's easy to hear and easy to mix, I'm like, that's just lazy for the audience and lazy for everybody else.